I know there's a lot of talk about meditation, and there's a lot of people who might shy away from meditation because they feel that it's anti-Christian or not. But actually, if you look at the works of the early desert fathers and some of the monks in the Middle Ages, you'll see that they actually did participate in a form of meditation. Even Saint Benedict, if you look back in some of the works of the Benedictines, they actually have a type of meditation. And for me, I found that for my own sort of prayer, it was difficult for me to kind of feel anything with prayer because it just sounds like I was whining all the time. And then, of course, the prescribed prayers were always very beautiful, but I never really felt that sense of um, calm and ease um, until I started practicing centering prayer. And centering prayer is basically it's Christian meditation. And um, Thomas Keating kind of ushered in or kind of reawakened center meditation several years ago when he was a monk. And he recognized that it was such this beautiful practice, and it was a practice that anybody could engage in. And what he did was he actually bridged a lot of work from the Eastern religions and even from the psychology, and recognized that there is a lot of healing um, that can be found in this type of prayer or meditation. So the thing is, I mean, you don't need really anything except a comfortable seat. You don't need a prayer shawl. You don't need anything. I mean, if you find it hard to get comfortable, you might want to sit on something that will allow you to have your spine upright. And you also should, if quiet is very difficult for where you live, maybe get some noise canceling headphones. And ultimately, it's a matter of you being comfortable in a position for a given amount of time. We're going to do 10 minutes. And so if lying down is better for you, then that's fine as long as you don't fall asleep. So find a comfortable chair, find a comfortable seat, maybe lie down, and let's get started. So you choose a sacred word as a symbol of your intention to consent to God's presence and action within. And this sacred word should be something that you don't kind of emotionally affiliate yourself with. A lot of people might use a mantra, a sacred word, such as Jesus or peace, and that might be fine. But I found the word Maranatha, which is come, Lord, or the Lord has come. I found that saying it in Aramaic is much more comforting for me. You can also sing Om Jesu Christu. But what I'll do is I will put a link to Iswaran's list of sacred words or mantras that could help you. So sitting comfortably and with eyes closed. So you choose that sacred word. So sit comfortable and silently introduce this sacred word as the symbol of your consent to God's presence and action within. So then when you start engaging with your thoughts, return ever so gently to this sacred word. So the sacred word acts as like this mindfulness. I think John Main talked about the plow. So the plow is kind of pulling you through. So use that word to center you back in. And then at the end of the prayer period, remain in silence with your eyes closed for a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring a bell, which will tell you that the period is over. Okay. So I'm going to start. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to So I'll guide you through this whole practice. But again, this is something that you can find easily in Contemplative Outreach, but I'll guide you through it. So I'm going to start with a reading. And this comes from Peter Traben Haas, Centering Prayers, 1 year of daily companion for going deeper. God of the silence, come and quiet my soul at the fount of your loving presence. In your silence, replenish me with a force for love, especially for those who are the most demanding. When there is nowhere else to go, inspire me to drop into my heart and find your life-giving grace there, weaving the fabric of human reality into a tapestry of love. Amen. So now find your sacred word and repeat it. And so we'll begin. So I'll ring the bell. Powerlessness is our greatest treasure. Don't try to get rid of it. Everything in us wants to get rid of it. Grace is sufficient for you, but not something you can understand. To be in too big of a hurry to get over our difficulties is a mistake, because you don't know how valuable they are from God's perspective. For without them, you might never be transformed as deeply and as thoroughly. So you can remain quiet if you choose. Or you can end your practice.